Welcome back to Oathbreaker's channel. We are playing Torrents of the Spellhoarder with April, Joe, John, and Tommy, and we are living exciting times. And I'm about to release the Kraken. But first, let's have everyone tell about their characters. Maybe you forgot since last session, which I know you're binge watching. But still, April?
Oh, right. Yes. Hello.
Oh, she's doing her taxes. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm April. I'm playing Mayra, Deep Scar of the Azure Abyss, and she is a Triton Paladin, Oath of the Open Sea. I was looking.
Hi, I'm Joe. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, April. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said I was looking at my spells.
Yeah, please.
Howdy, my name is Joe. I'm playing Rax, and he's a worm slayer and a ranger. And
And
a warlock.
And a warlock now! He doesn't even know whose warlock he is yet. We all know. It's not. He
He's
doesn't.
glad to be here.
John?
Hi, I'm John. I'm playing Ko, the Echo Knight. He's a turtle, and I have my book here and here because when you're fighting big, you need your books right here.
Yeah, you need the books.
I have the book right here.
I'll go back and get my lexicons if I got to.
That's right.
Really?
Hello guys, Tommy here. I'll be playing Feromalars, who's a young bronze dragon ranger and actually deep sea stalker at this point.
And you need to stalk the deep seas because this is where we're going now. And let me start and continue on this thread. The city of Arvenshi that is about to get liberated by your party, and all of the knights of Arvenshi who had to abandon their city in order to stay strong, survive, and try to and to be able to support their fellow kin suffering under the rule, I would rather say the oppression of Morgar, who just uses them as fodder for his necrotic experiments. You have a
She's
plan.
about to get rocked.
Yeah, and you have a plan in place already set with the knights, who have contacts, a vast amount of knowledge about the city and its inhabitants and the threats you're facing. So I'll go through all of this very quickly, and we'll jump to a certain point in time, which I'm going to describe. So, one is luring Morgar away, and that's this is your idea, not theirs. You came up with the idea of letting Morgar know somehow, and that's exactly through Kryant Silinel, one of the spies of the knights in the city, serving actually the master of zombies, Arvastan Perlam Basil, the mage, the necromancer, serving as a spy for him, but a double spy for the knights. You want to use him to spread misinformation and lies about a certain hook, which would be the resurfacing the orb of necromancy in the temple of the Sahuagin breeding grounds, at the temple which you have found. The location seems to be fitting. Morgar might not be in knowledge of what's inside because it is surrounded by an army of Sahuagin, and the Sahuagin are on an expansive campaign against the land, so this might be the cause. He will probably go to investigate, and as soon as he goes to investigate, why would he go investigate himself? He would go investigate himself because he is very obsessed with finding this orb that caused his which basically elevated Arvenshi to a power level where it could match Morgar. It wanted to absorb this. He knows that, or it knows, Morgar knows that he can reach such tremendous amounts of necrotic spell power, magical power, that would be unattainable. So he would go himself to keep it for himself, not to let anybody use it but himself, and secure it probably. So it's immovable, as you've seen with the other orbs, or the one orb that you've seen. Still, he wants to probably explore this by itself. When it leaves, I'm sorry, I'm going to call it. So when it leaves, you want to activate the Facebreaker ward. The Facebreaker ward is situated in a secret tunnel system under the city, which I should have mentioned before, because that's where you can sneak in unnoticed, and that's how you can contact your spy also. But it's also the housing the Facebreaker ward, which is a powerful artifact that would keep teleportation magic out of Arbanshee in a 25-mile radius. With a quick number crunching and knowing the speed of Morgar, you expect at least 2 hours to pass before Morgar can return swimming to Arbanshee once this Facebreaker ward is activated. You are not sure if it wants to swim where it goes, so to the shores, but you expect it, and you've seen it on the ship when it attacked your ship, the Sated Contessa, that it uses teleport to move around the sea. So it will probably teleport out. You reactivate the Facebreaker ward. It cannot come back for 2 hours only by swimming, and that will take 2 hours. Now, there are a couple of things in the city. One is Morgar's throne, as the knights refer to it, which has zombies chained to it. It's usually, actually, I not mentioned last session, that it's protected by what are these? The marrow whites. These undead marrow that protected huge underwater creatures. And there is some sort of a mechanism or apparatus which is huge, and it has something to do with creating undead, which is also here. And in the middle there is this veil bone covered dome, or a dome of veil bones, which you don't know what it hides. Or
colossal size, right?
Colossal size. You don't know what's under it, what's it's protecting, or what functionality it has. Is it part of a necrotic procedure, or part of the machine? You have no idea. Can it open? Can it close? You don't know what's in there. It's just that it's there, and this is all that these knights know, because nobody dares to investigate. And also, again, it's protected by a dozen marrow whites at all times. Then there is Marsha, the bile splitter, who is the divine entity within the city. You heard stories from the knights that she's been forced to stay here, but in later stage she's a mummy lord Medusa. No, I'm sorry, hag, who is serving.
The hard pass from me.
It's an entity that is served by other mummies, who are basically, she serves as a sort of divine source. She's a priestess of the inevitable, the god of death. She must be dealt with. She's one of her most important. The problem with her existence, besides being a cruel entity and serving Morgar, is that she can contact Morgar with spells. So that's what the knights know. Then there's also the Marrow Whites as a group. There's lots of them, but you can get rid of them by sealing their cave. This cave is under, and I can show you very quickly. Number 3 is their cave entrance, which is of course in the inside. It's much bigger. This is under Morgar's throne, and they know weak spots, so that the knights could help, making boulders crush on top of it, sealing the Marrow Whites for a very, very long time there. So you have to fight them. And there is the actual governor of the city, Arvastan Perlantasil, who is a traitor, deep sea elven wizard turned necromancer, serving Morgar, learning from the Archmage Kraken. I can't emphasize this enough. Magical, gets magical arcane tutoring from the Kraken, and he's actually the one who rules over the living deep sea elves and merfolk in the city. He has spies all over the place, tries to break down any resistance, and is a ruthless person referred to as by the knights as the master of zombies. Like he controls zombies who linger on the farms, the urchin seaweed farms, and that's that. The knights take on the duty.
Is that all?
That's all. And then, oh no! Did I forget something? There's Gulan Truxio, the former protector.
We always forget Gulan Truxio.
He's such a forgettable character. We have Gulan Truxio, the former protector of the city, a dragon turtle, big friend of Arvenshi and all the deep sea elves, exactly until it was killed by Morgar when it returned and turned into a zombie. So this is a zombie dragon turtle, former friend of the deep sea elves, who is swimming high above the city. And your plan is to draw in the ships offered, the dragon ships offered by Lord Slissander Yestriel, and lure this creature away and then kill it where it is, but far, far away from the city. And this is where I would like to jump into the story in a moment, where Feromalars flies out, as we agreed, and takes on the duty of informing Lord Yestriel and leading the ships back, which will, of course, on one hand take a couple of days, maybe 2, 3, and they get prepared in a day. It takes 2 days for them to get here, depending on weather. But also they will mark the start of the liberation. As soon as they appear, lure Gulan Truxio away, you will start your mission within the city, starting, of course, with Kirian to spread the rumors, which will quickly come to more ears. And this is where we start our adventure today. One more thing, the knights, I just started telling you this, but this is important. The knights take on the several roles here. First of all, they help with any of the locations you wish them to. So they can take out Marsha, they can take out the necromancer, they can seal the caves. They would rather leave you to investigate Morgar's throne once he's gone, but the rest they can help with, and they also will help with getting all the inhabitants of the city out into safety, escorting them while you are dealing with whatever you do.
So we can focus on the business.
Exactly. Oh, I forgot. Even more I forgot, because they would be ready to come back and combat Morgar because they want to take their part in that, but you also have some more support in that, because you have Sraimurdirjan, the granny of Feromalars, who's an ancient grumpy bronze dragon who dedicated her precious time and hit points to help you get rid of Morgar in return for finding Telamars. No, that's not the name. Telarmas, her mate and grandfather of Feromalars, in 100 years, because she has time. So, you need to notify Sraimurdirjan at the right time, but that could be, in advance. She's okay to linger around till the plan is executed. And but Feromalars have a couple of roles here. Needs to probably talk to Granny and then fly out as quick as can. As quick as he can to alert the Lord.
Probably first Lord Slissander, because that's slower for them to get here.
Yeah.
And then while they're coming, Sraimurdirjan.
Okay, quick cutscene.
So I'm flying around.
quick cutscene. You're flying out to the gullet, and you land on the balcony where you had your meeting and numerous breakfasts with Lord Slissandor. And it stands empty, but they come soon, you know, all of the servants and advisors, and then Lord Slissandor, of course, he's Silver Dragon mate, ally, and you tell them about the situation, and he becomes very elevated, and he's all in for liberating people. He wishes you good luck, and he understands you chose this as more pressing, but he expects everyone to come back and join him in his mission
because we got some allies. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And he's really happy that you could find underwater allies. He's not happy that your grandmother is not going to help with the Sahurgin, which concerns his case, but he thinks and hopes that, it's been promised many times, even at his table, that the elves will come and help against the Sahurgin once liberated.
I say you can maybe try to convince her yourself.
Okay, he will try. Or maybe
and bring up the Dragon Pact.
Yes, maybe yes. And
nice Dragon Pact.
So bring a lot of gemstones.
Yes, he's very serious about the gifting a dragon and all that. He knows the protocol, and the ships get ready, and you fly back much quicker. What's that?
I just had this image of Lars's grandmother with this very sensible sweater and
okay, thank you for showing.
and a whole bunch of treats in one of the pockets that she's had there for ages. Like hard candies that are so good.
You fly over the ships that you are just observing them and fly back to your friends, and soon the ships will arrive. You know exactly. You plan the route. When, how, what, and then you know that you're prepared in time. So he arrives in. I would say this happens in the morning. At night, just comes into Starhaven, returns and says what he says.
They're on their way. Should be here in 2 days' time, at the latest.
Sounds good.
I will get Sraimus Dirjan tomorrow.
The plan is in motion.
So what we do in that time?
Should prepare for victory.
Right. We'll do some push-ups.
Little sparring?
Yeah. No, good to get loose and get warm.
Yeah, and all the deep sea elves are practicing. I mean, these are warriors, so they are out there practicing target lancing and close, encounter combat and whatever. They provide you with food and everything, of course, and you sleep in this airtight room. Next day, Feromalars takes to the air and flies to the west instead of the east, and you land in front of you splash into the water at these rocks, and you go 300 feet deep, and you growl and growl. I'm sorry, and the fish just
very respectfully, and
all these clown fish come out of the fissures, and there's a cloud of them, and then you look to your left, you look to your right, they are swimming around you in circles, and then behind you is just your grandmother appears out of nowhere. Is it time?
Oh no.
She asks.
It is time.
I shall follow. You lead.
We have gathered our allies.
Okay.
Morgar's reign will end tomorrow.
Okay, so you take to the air from the water, and behind you, 10 times your size. This dragon just bursts out of the sea. One, stroke of a wing equals 4 strokes of your wing, like a baby running next to its parents. Yeah. And you're like trying to keep up with her. I'm not sure about speeds, but that's how I imagine. And you try to keep up with her, and the water below you, both of you, I mean, mostly because of her, is like foaming, and she makes these waves as she flies above the water, very close to the water. And soon you jet into the water at Starhaven, and she follows, and her form like shadows Starhaven as the sun shines from above. And all the knights come out, and they are amazed to see her gargantuan form. And she settles, and when you tell her that it takes some time, of course you can have her time with her if you RP it, but she will stay around and maybe even turn into a clownfish and just swim.
Or a giant seahorse.
She's all she's all like when she
arrives. Bronze.
What?
When she changes into things, is she like a bronze clownfish and like a bronze seahorse, or does she actually look straight up like a?
Yeah, she's absolutely blending in the school of clownfish. But what happens is also that when she arrives, she like circles above this Starhaven fort, and she's like, very clever, and then looks at the the knights, and she makes some granny style remarks. You should, I don't know, you should keep your seahorses very well fed, or better fed or whatever, and then she settles. I brought you some cookies. Oh, munch on these. No, but she's she makes her remarks, and then she settles somewhere, even just maybe in her gargantuan form, just laying her head on a rock and just watching all of it. She has time. She's patient. So soon the ships will arrive. What do you guys do?
Rax is just preparing, going over, laying out all of his gear, making sure it's packed efficiently so he can get to everything quickly. Noticing that he's very cold and commenting on it, like, is it chillier, like, in here? Can y'all do something about this? I didn't, and just making sure that he has kind of everything lined out the way that he needs it so that he can get really quick access to the stuff that he needs. Taking stock of potions, taking little sips here and there to go, what was this again?
You have to consider one very important thing, that you know that you have you're used to a long range combat with Celeste, but under sea you can only use, you can do disadvantage on the long range part, but the short range part is the part which works. That's the underwater combat, right? So that you can shoot, but only in the short range.
Got it.
So you need to get closer probably to your target than usual, like 300 feet above, kill the dragon. But here,
Copy that.
Co would definitely make sure that, like, hey, we'll get a hero's feast in before the excitement.
Oh yeah, they bring the conch horn of cornucopia. And you have a magnificent feast, which also gives you some powers. Let's not forget all of that. Immunity to poison,
temporary hit points,
temporary hit points, heroes feast. Okay, so please make a note on your beloved character sheets that your character. Now this is before you start, right? So duration wise. This 1 hour to consume. How long does it last?
Should be like 24 hours.
24 hours, yeah. Benefits last for 24 hours. So you are cured of all diseases. Poison becomes immune to poison. So you're immune to poison and being frightened. All wisdom saving throws are made with advantage. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, advantage.
Nice.
Very importante, okay? Very, very importante. And your maximum hit point is also increased by 2d10, which I'm going to subtly roll here on our virtual table. Let's hope for the best. Sorry about that. It's 4.
That's something.
That's something. Immunity here and there. Advantage. Alright. Did I hear Baldur saying something?
He's trying. He's trying really hard.
He's not happy with the 4 I rolled.
No.
I'm sorry, Baldur.
It doesn't like that at all.
Alright. Soon. Do you want any preparation? You want to play out some, something you do before this happens? This whole thing goes into heavy action.
Yeah, absolutely. John, Co and Rax are doing some sparring. They're talking about tactics and undead, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All the stuff we're going to be doing.
Yep.
Mara.
Mara's praying.
They don't disrupt you. They respect all this, and maybe they bring some food very close to you and just put it down these nights, and then let you. If you want to spar with them, they are happy to do so. Same as with Rax and Co. They seem very, very prepared and eager to do what they should have been done 100 years ago. Now they have good allies, and they are really hyped for this. So now,
can we are we at some point all three? When at any point where all of us, all 4 of us, are in the room together?
Sure.
I do want to say. So I just want to say, I'm not much of a tactician. And what I mean by that is, you send me off on my own to go take care of this Marsha, I could do that. But going in, I'm not saying I'm good enough. I'm just saying I understand single target. I know how to wait, do my thing, and only be accountable to myself. Doing things in a group, I've gotten better with all that, but this is a big operation with lots of moving parts and all that. All will take direction. And do not hesitate to say, Rax, go do this. Rax, go do that. I do not mind. My old dad used to call me Rax'em Smax'em. That was his nickname for me. And basically because he would say, Rax, go hit that fella. And I'll just do it, because that's my job. So, if you see something I could be doing, feel free to shout it out. Rax, go do this. Go do this. Stop that guy. Kill that mage. All that stuff. I can do that. And I'm open to it. Because I won't always see that. I'll be focused on the objective. But I'll be like a horse with blinders on. I don't know what's going on until you take them off and point in some direction for me. That's all I'm saying. I want to be useful. And I'm not always useful. Even to myself.
Give me a second. I'll be back in a moment.
Rax has a lot to unpack.
Rax has had a lot of sleepless nights and some straight up nightmares lately. I feel like I've done something terrible. It's been difficult lately.
She's explored one too many sea urchins, and it's starting to have an effect.
Just licking everything. What does this do?
There's a little bit of paranoia creeping in. I'm seeing spots out of the corner of my eye.
Oh, speaking of that, I have noticed something creeping around on this ship. Right at the corner of my vision, and every time I turn and look, it's gone. I don't know what it is. Keep an eye out.
Okay, now you have me worried in whole new ways.
Yeah, no. It's just, it doesn't feel good. Nothing feels good. But I am excited about this. Did what I say made sense about tell me what to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rax, you've always been good in combat, and we've worked well together. I'm glad you said that. I mean, we'll all help each other out as we have before, and
Thank you.
Taking down great evil. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, lots of moving parts, and I'm glad to be fighting along with all of you.
After all the breaded chicken legs, unexpected breaded chicken legs underwater have been consumed at the feast. all the absolutely unexpected meals like puddings and whatnot. You are all feeling the divine power coursing through your veins, and the knights stand and they say, "Oh, I'll wait for Joe." Then I'll just say that what should I say? What's he doing?
Well, he's letting Balder out. And
poor
we have
Balder.
laminate wood floors, and Balder
he's resisting.
No, he was very excited, but his feet got ahead of the rest of them.
Okay. So yeah.
Well, Ko's definitely got a question that he's
Go ahead, please.
The knights, like we have had one fought alongside of us. How do they stack up really compared to us?
All right, good question.
And back of his mind is like, when are they going to fail us?
Okay.
Because that's definitely like okay.
Two things. One is how they fare against you on one-on-one. So let's say you're sparring exactly to measure them up. You're sparring with a couple of them. They seem to be even leveled, like they all know the same amount of combat tricks. You can easily wear them. That makes sense, right? So you can take this much longer as they can. You are much swifter than they are. They go down from, you've been a young kid when this amount of damage dealt to you by your opponents made you back out of a fight. You don't consider them as really like tough guys, but they can fight. But what they're really good at is delivering, and you have experienced that. You tell them to do it. I mean, come at me with your lance and your sword. And they're like, no, I'm gonna pierce through you. No, just come at me. And when
come at me, bro.
Come at me. And when they deliver this blow, that hurts, right? So when their jousting lance lands on your shell, it almost cracks, right? It hurts a lot when it hits muscle and skin. But that's what they can do. So when you are fighting them, like let's say you give them a sword, now fight with this, and then they go, one hit. You strike like 3 times in a round in a turn, minimum, right? They strike once, but what they can do is get on their horses or seahorses very quickly, but also they can of course when needed. They can fight a bit, like they can exercise, so they can fight a bit more,
Okay.
But what's their magic is in charging and jousting lances. Now, and that's one particular knight, right? But when they act as a group of knights, like a unit in terms of rules and in terms of our mass combat rules, when they act as a unit of knights of Arvenshi, they deal devastating damage.
Sweet. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, that helps. Definitely John wanted to know, but Ko also was like, okay, they're gonna fail us. Like that is in the back of his mind because of
So I tell you what, I can picture the moment at 18th level when you try one of them and they are like, quite puny, and you get afraid a bit about their possible use in combat. They can fight and all that, but they're not so experienced. Then I can imagine this moment when you tell them to come at me all at once, like as a unit. So like, and they might not do that, but they might do it, but not like literally, drive their lances into your body. But as they roar next to you, you can feel their power. They deal massive damage if they want as a unit, and they can act as a very powerful force against Morgar when needed.
Okay, that's great.
They'll be useful as a unit.
The sea elf and the merfolk, I'm not so sure about keeping them around.
Okay.
Yeah, well, now the sea elves are not even as trained as these. Not as trained as these are, right? They are just regular villagers, I would say, dwellers of the city. But in numbers, like a group of commoners with clubs, so it could hurt, but it's not, tremendous stuff. Also, same with the merfolk. They would be probably more useful against smaller opponents, but they could, if you could rally them as a unit, which also haven't come up yet, but again in the recap, the knights want to rally them as fighting units, but they need to prove them that there is a way out and there is hope, and you can accomplish something, and if you can, they will surely rally. So what I suggest now, just to bring forth the blades, is to the knights, you have once all the magnificent divine food has been eaten and all the nectar has been drank, you all gather your stuff and they leave Starhaven on their seahorses, you swimming next to them. It's not far where you're going, probably half a day's travel, 1 day's travel. And Sraimur's Dirjan in the background. Whenever you look back, you see this huge shape of a dragon swimming.
There's a picture of him.
No, there's a picture of another situation. There's the Sahuagin raid has a picture.
No, yeah, the undersea one. But yeah, but
that's for another situation. We will get to that situation as well.
All the situations.
All these situations about to come. All illustrated. Wonderful. So, you are swimming.
We are the situation, John.
You are swimming near Arvenshi, which starts by swimming into the abysmal rift, which is this darkness below you in the water. And as you swim lower and lower through these, eventually basically swimming from rock formation to rock formation, as the knights know how, in what angle.
On the seabed, yeah?
Not on the seabed, in the abysmal rift itself, in the rift, lowering, going down the trench. They take a wide berth from the city and try to sneak in from basically going down the side very far and going from below even to the city to not to raise the attention of Gulan Traxio or the city's inhabitants of the city.
Or Morgar,
who's still there. Yeah, it's getting darker and darker, and eventually you're in complete darkness. Then, as you descend,
how do we know when Morgar leaves? By the way,
that's a good question. But that you asked before, not here. wait, stop! Everybody, stop.
How do we know?
What the plan is that you enter the secret tunnels of the Facebreaker Ward. And your spies out there, they'll let you know about the movement outside. And you will strike when the time comes. So it gets darker and darker and colder. Very, very cold. And you descend into the heart of the Abysmal Rift. And soon the knights take you, your journey takes a bit of an upwards route, and soon they stop at a cave, and they half of them swims in there, so the large seahorses can fit and all that. It's quite big, but they swim in half of them, and then the Dorentil Barenta, their leader, tells you to follow and go inside, and the rest of them, like as a backup, follows you. But also, of course, Srai Murdirjan would not fit in there, but she turns into a clownfish, and she swims, just a lone little clownfish at the back of the parade, and you
Cutest little clownfish.
Yeah.
You follow these knights who swim in these dark tunnels, dark and cold tunnels, and you swim behind them, and soon, you see a couple of other caves, like exits from this main trench or whatever, main corridor, main tunnel. I'm sorry, tunnel is the word I'm looking for. And they take turns here and there, but soon you get into this large cave, which I'm going to explain in a moment.
321. 321.
Okay, thank you. Boom. Alright, so the passageways wind and meander, forming a mesmerizing maze beneath the ocean depths. Bioluminescent organisms coat the walls, emanating a soft ethereal glow illuminating the path ahead. The tunnels vary in size, with some spanning several feet in diameter, providing ample room for the rebel deep-sea elves and the Knights of Arvanshi to traverse. Nested within the central cave lies the enigmatic Facebreaker ward, a grand stone obelisk adorned with intricate engravings depicting the divine symbols of the Wondermaker, the god of magic, and prayers of potent protection. The central cave also serves as a spacious gathering point, its dimensions stretching over hundreds of feet in width and height. Exotic features include vibrant corals and aquatic plants that adorn the cave's walls, casting a riot of colors in the dimly lit underwater environment. It is empty, except for the obelisk and the Facebreaker, which is the Facebreaker ward, and all the organisms that live there. So the knights stop, and Dorentil Barenthal turns to you and says, "I will summon our agent, or spy, and the representatives, the elders of the deep sea elves, and the merfolk, and we will announce that the time of liberation has arrived. We don't have much time to waste. You and you.
Right.
Immediately get them." And then two of these knights get off their seahorses and swim into these tunnels and disappear. You're waiting.
Let's take a look at this word. No. You need to figure out how to activate it.
Oh yes, Dorentil says, you need to say the prayer, which you have gathered from somewhere, no? You said you want to ask somebody?
Well, we wanted to know what the inscriptions are, so we can figure it out ahead of time.
I have a
they
beard
copied it.
bead of comprehend languages.
Yeah. So they copied it. I remember you sent somebody to copy it for you, and you took it, and you had time. And I would say you, together with them, figured out the words, and it's basically reading it. It's just a very simple, like a DC 12 religion check, actually. This is
but we should still make
13, whatever. But it's a prayer to the Wondermaker, the god of magic. And if you say this particular prayer, then this is actually the password, sort of. If you say this prayer here at the Facebreaker word, it will activate. So you're all done and ready with that. So you can feel a tension,
I know this prayer.
Oh, great.
That's lucky.
I've heard this before. So there is an obvious tension in the knights. They are tense, Also, you can sometimes see this little clownfish just swimming in front of your face.
Little clownfish, I think, makes Rax very nervous. Like he's like, I know what you are. Not fooling me. Not fooling me.
He looks at you. She looks at you and then she swims away.
Her fins just like
Yeah. She's like you see an angry clownfish face. And then she turns. So
they squint at each other as she swims by.
So time passes very slowly, but soon one of the knights emerges from one of these tunnels, and he is full. It could be a she. She's full.
Well, show the picture.
Yeah,
That guy doesn't come. Kirina and Selena.
I am sure. She's followed by a deep sea elf. This guy, dressed in leather armor.
Oh.
He is.
Yeah.
He's the half brother of Dorinthal.
He is the half brother of Dorinthal. Brother, and they hug.
Brother? Yeah.
Elder, no. Stop.
They hug, and you can see Kirina being well fed, lively, and so he looks at you. He says, "I don't have." In common, he says, "I don't have too much time to waste. I need to get back before I raise suspicion. Are we ready?"
Like more Gargon.
You need to first. You need to spread the word to it. It's,
okay.
This is what. But he knows what to say. They informed him beforehand. He's just wanting to meet you, and he's like, should I start? Should I start whispering into the ears of the zombie master, the master of zombies?
Call me whenever you're ready.
I am. We all are, aren't we? And then all of the knights go, yes. Very, very silent. Yes. They all nod. And
as he's saying that, I'm gonna have a mage hand crawl up from behind my shoulder and just rest on my shoulder and like do this, and it's like a gnarled, withered, like rotted flesh, ghostly blue hand, just doing this. And Rax doesn't pay it any mind whatsoever.
Yeah. So
I think whenever you're ready.
He looks at the hand and you. Looks at Dorantil, and Dorantil just nods. It's all okay, and then he darts back into one of these tunnels. It's time, brother. Let's do this. And then he's gone.
But he's coming back, yeah.
Soon, soon, the other knight appears and brings forth two elderly deep sea elves and the merfolk, and they stop in front of Dorantil. They nod and look at you and greet you in Elvish, and Dorantil speaks to them in Elvish and says to you that I have told them that we can ensure the safety of everyone and we can liberate this city together. They have their doubts, of course, because they are protecting children and women and young and incapable and elderly. We need to make sure. They need to make sure that our goals are met. If we must die and we fail, we will sacrifice our lives, says Kirantil. I'm sorry, the High Trident says. Dorantil says, but if we succeed, they will join us, and they will raise their weapons and help us liberate. You must understand their concerns. So they don't speak to you any further. They don't speak your language. They just look at you. They nod. And do you have anything to say to them?
It's time to get your city back.
They nod again, and then they go back into the tunnels and back to their.
I say in Deep Sea Elvish, good luck.
They look back at you
because I learned it.
And they say,
yeah, I was gonna say, is that new? That's
luck. The oldest deep sea elven woman says, luck will have nothing to do with this accomplishment. And they and then a little clownfish goes around them. They look at the clownfish. They don't understand. And they're waiting.
John?
While the waiting, Poe would is the thing that you've been seeing, Rax, that hand on your shoulder?
Yeah, that's hand.
That's hand? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, look
Hand
at
it
this.
to you.
Watch this.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Anne's completely new. Showed up last night. Hasn't been able to leave.
Excellent.
Check this out. Watch this.
Okay.
I could be doing something with my hands.
Yes.
And what's this? I've got an itchy beard. And Hand is going to come up and like scratch his face.
Very
Oh,
useful.
thank you very much, Ant. I appreciate that. You know, it can do all kind of stuff.
I understand and appreciate the technique, and then Ko does his telekinesis and scratches the other side of Rax's beard. Mine's invisible though. You know,
very nice.
You know.
Yeah. It's like having two hands. Like having four hands. I can't think of anything that has four hands except for me right now.
We should later have a thumb wrestling fight with them.
I completely agree.
Okay, good.
All right. Well,
Mayra recognizes that this is the way that they deal with pre-battle tension.
exactly. This is exactly what I wanted to say. People deal differently with tension. Even the seahorses seem tense, and you're waiting and waiting, and it should be this day that these ships arrive, and it should, Krynant, what's his name again?
Krynant Sidinal.
Krynant Sinner should return, that Morgar is gone, and you're waiting, and it's hours passing by. It's been 4 hours since you've entered this cave around the Oathbreaker ward, and you realize that for 4 hours you're watching this monolith. You can realize the magnificent creation which was created by Orbanshi, the Archmage, Hierophant cleric, who combined both the divine and the arcane magical essence and power of the Wonder Maker he served. What a wonderful, thing he created. And then suddenly Kryant appears in one of the tunnels and says, "It's time. Morgar has left. It used magic. It used magic to disappear. And my agents, my subordinates, they tell me that there are ships approaching from the east."
So let's activate the ward quickly.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I will return to the side of to the Master of Zombies, to the side of the Master of Zombies, and when time comes, I'll be there to aid you in the battle.
Excellent.
And he disappears very quickly. He comes quickly, goes quickly. He doesn't want to take too much.
Let's pray.
All right. So who prays? Who says the words? Pheromonars?
Should do it together.
Okay.
Yeah, your prayer's cool.
Okay. So somebody starts praying.
Who are we praying to?
The Wonder Maker.
Yeah, we're activating the ward. That's a 20.
Oh, oh yeah.
All right. So Mayra stands up in front of the ward. You stand next to her. She says, "Bow your head and put your hands like this and say the words. We always say, we. Your humble servants. We who follow the ways that you created. We who use your creation. We who respect magic the way it has been created. And we who say your prayers. And when the prayer is done, you can see these runes lighting up on the monolith from the bottom to the top, like running up. And you can feel this very subtle wave of energy emanating. It's something you can only sense if you're watching the whole thing in motion. But you can feel that it has created some sort of a ward around you, which extended through your bodies and beyond.
I think the whole time that they're doing the repeat, right? That I think Hand is up on his shoulder doing this.
Sign language.
when people talk, whenever
Oh
Rax
yeah,
talks,
okay.
it's doing this like a puppet.
He's not using CSL.
That's what I was thinking. Alrighty then. So you're number 8, the secret tunnel. And I'm gonna put Kieran on the side. He's gonna have his role in the future.
That's not ominous.
Soon, I put him
It's fine.
It's future. We don't have to worry about that.
That's right.
here. The knights and Dorantil Barental. Hi, Trident Dorantil Barental looks at you and says, "Let's do as agreed." And now I would like to ask you what you agreed on. What should they take on, and what should you take on? First,
So we're gonna take Marcia because we need to shut down the communications in Morgar.
This
And
is
the
correct.
knights are gonna seal the White's Cave,
all right.
and then
And Gunan Truxio.
Take care by the ships, Tommy. Don't forget the plan. Don't forget the
Yeah,
plan.
I know, but we agreed that Gunan Truxio might sink a couple of ships.
But it's wartime.
All right, that's fine.
They lure it away
And
first.
Sraimus
because
the
it's
junk
very stupid.
comes to with the hag with us.
Whatever you tell him.
yeah.
Tell her, I'm sorry. Whatever
I
you tell
imagine,
her.
right? Imagine
She could single-handedly take out, whoever. So
Yeah, I imagine if because Grandmama is really here for Morgar.
Yeah,
That's her big
Right.
thing. But she could also help with the ships
She
with the
would.
Dragon Turtle.
yeah, that's what I would
Yeah.
send her up to help with Gunan Truxio is what I.
all right, so she's gone. She's
Totally.
gone, and
Right. The knights are sealing the cave. We're going after Marcia to shut down, and then the final thing is to go after Arvestan.
all right. So
So we're like, all go meet, and then by that time, the merfolk and the mermaid and all of that are going to join us to fight Arvestan and all his
Yeah.
whatever.
all right.
Yeah.
So we
Does that
go
make
number 2, they go number 3, and then we join in number 4. I
Yeah.
guess.
Is that?
And then we check out.
When
then we
Marcia
check
sees
out
us, she's going to go number 1. All right.
And
What did you
followed
say?
quickly about number 2.
It's not even worth repeating.
No, I wasn't asking you to repeat. I was asking Tommy.
I was saying that we check out Morgar's throne.
Right.
After.
Right?
Okay.
After everything.
Let's do this. So the knights and the knights lead you into a tunnel, and you emerge in the city at number 8. Okay, or like very close to number 8. To your left, this is a vertical hole in the abyss. So imagine this hole has plateaus above and below each other. So you come out below number 9, sort of, which is can you give me a hand, please?
Number 9 is Urchin? No. That's the cemetery?
Number look it
Yeah.
over.
I'm looking. Corpse Grounds. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, can you please tell how it looks?
Yeah, sure. It's a
Cool,
secluded
DM me,
plateau. So upon this secluded plateau, remnants of abandoned sea elven dwellings lie in ruin, their once grand architecture a testament to brighter times. Enveloping the decaying structure, strands of silk weave a haunting tapestry, draping the forsaken homes in an otherworld rainbow race. The silk-shrouded buildings hide fresh, preserved corpses carefully arranged within. Maybe we can't see those.
You can.
Yeah, the hundreds of lifeless forms, bearing an unsettling freshness, defying the natural course of decay. Each preserved with an uncanny precision that hints at an unknown power at work. So, hundreds of preserved corpses.
So hundreds of preserved corpses sit in
With some
these.
silk webbing.
Silk webbing is a nature check, very low one, if you can make it. Also, if you have, this is always hard. What was the
Nature
result?
check is very high.
Okay, so this is somebody whispers, giant centipede silk. some sort
sea
of
centipedes.
sea centipedes. And also the bodies are really like preserved by magic. So that's, you know, you're underwater, they would decay, fish would eat them, you know. They are obviously preserved by magic, and they are also very, you know, so they are put in positions like sitting on benches or looking out at windows, and or just standing there, you know, just ready for the taking when needed, sort of feeling, you know. Also covered by these webs, probably protected from the rest of nature. Now you swim up from here a bit more, but the knights, you can see them in a rush, an open rush, running against the bottom part of this huge rock above the caves of the marrow. Here, yeah, well, Tommy shows you. And you can see, and they already told you that they have identified weak spots, so they break down into, you know, groups of 3, 4, and they just ram into these rocks, which immediately start to break loose and fall down. This tremendous noise echoes in the cave. Just rubble and also dust in the water, kind of blinding everyone in the area. As these boulders roar down, you can see before they reach the cave, you can see some of these narrow whites emerging, or like at least trying to emerge. But this whole boulder wave of boulders just crashes down on them, falling into the cave, you know, crushing them under their weight, and also building up quickly on the entrance and blocking it without any chance of quickly, you know, getting rid of it. It's tons of rocks with this dust in the water and the echoing rubble of the boulders. You can see that there are, you know, there's some movement here and there, but then your next move is, I mean, while this happens, you pass by, you just look back because, where's my pointer? One sec. So then you come this way, the knights hit this spot, and you pass on and go to the Temple of the Dead here, and as you look back you can see this happening here, right? And here you can see the following, I tell you. So
Oh no, we lost Joe.
Hand
oh, you
Joe.
did? I'm sorry, I'm putting him back, if he's back.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably just dropped temporarily.
So yeah, elevator music. We'll cut this out. Joe is back. You don't need to cut this out because he's back so quick.
I'm a professional.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. And as you swoop by and look back, you can see the dust in the water and the rubble building up here. And you aim at this location very close to actually Morgar's throne, the Temple of the Dead. And if you zoom in, you can see there's this domed building, sort of course everything was built by the Deep Sea Elves. This mummy lord just took over. And it looks the following way. The substantial rock protrusion that houses the temple is adorned with a remarkably detailed pattern featuring macabre M-A-C-A-B-R-E macabre depictions etched into its surface. A colossal stone skull takes center stage, towering at a height of 10 feet. Displayed around it are offerings of putrefying internal organs sourced from the deep sea elves, attracting a constant swarm of small aquatic creatures eager to feast upon them. Encircling the skull, a gathering of humanoid beings enshrouded in decaying burial bandages sit in a tight circle and more mournfully. So they are praying in a circle, 4 of these mummies surrounding Marsha, the bile spitter. I'll show her image in a moment. They are praying, and as they hear this tremendous blast of rock going down, they turn their heads and ready themselves. But then they see you charging at them, basically. So I'm gonna show you Marsha. This is Marsha, a sea hag mummy lord, priestess of the inevitable.
Good gravy.
One of our kind back here.
He's already half dead. That's good.
And one of her ears is missing.
Yeah, one of her ears is missing.
And I.
Did you find
on the same side too?
You found her ear before on the ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did find her ear on the ship in the possession of the Kraken's agent.
Right.
That's how probably they communicated. And
Messed up.
she stands as you come close. You're below you. It's a huge abyss in the city. You're swimming toward this plateau where the skull, in front of the skull, there are these mummies. They all rise to a standing position, or maybe swim. Marsha, being a sea hag, a creature of the sea, a mummified cleric creature of the sea, she rises into the water, and then combat begins. And we will do this combat I have not prepared a map for this.
Next time?
No, we should go into it, shouldn't we?
You want us rolling initiative?
Yes, please roll initiatives. I'm changing the map. It's gonna be... No, not this one.
Right.
We have an underwater thing, if you want.
You have an underwater thing? We'll put it on.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, I can. Sure. One sec.
I have above water.
I have underwater.
Put it on. Thanks.
Go.
I've got no water. 20. Dirty
Please,
20.
please don't forget your rolls. Tommy will help me. Well, I will help myself adding those. Wow. Initiative tracker. Oh, we don't have the. We need to put your icons there and all. So we will do the setup for this and then maybe have a.
Wait, encounter.
Oh, sorry. I think I was just moving your map around. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, it's
Tell
a
me-
ship. Sorry?
Are you
take much more
tracking
time?
initiative?
Excuse me?
Does it
Do you
take
want
two-
our? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do
So
you have
one
it
more
or
time?
not? Because now I need to set them up here on this image.
No, one sec. It's loading still.
Go ahead, April.
Oh, I was just asking Tom if you want our initiative numbers yet. Or...
I will
should
write
we-
them up on a paper. Tell me. So, Mara,
16.
16. Rex,
20.
20. Co,
23.
23.
Yeah, Co.
Lars 7.
Omar, 7. It's the babies. Have arrived.
It's the sound of the mummies.
Yeah, this is the
Mummies?
sound of the mummies.
Mummies roll with 0.
Do we have
Minus
the
1.
map or what?
It's still loading. Oh, here. There.
So I rolled a 13. And I'll have to check the stats. It's been a long time since we fought, haven't we? Isn't it?
But there you go.
Okay, so Marsha is at beautiful. What did I roll? 13. 13, and mummies are at 12. Let's put all of our heroes on the scene very quickly. Tommy, please help, because
I don't have access to that.
you don't have access to any of that, so I'm going to do that. And please describe what will you do, and maybe that helps me with the preparation. I mean,
Who start?
Ko's going first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, swimming in, trying to get to the first enemy that he possibly can, and as he's just plowing in, all of a sudden, like, I don't know. In my mind, we're like flying being, but he would instantly an echo on each side of Rax and Mayra. There would be 2 echoes now, and he would summon those as we just roll in together to hopefully get to someone to put the pointy thing in.
Did you say we're like a V formation?
That's my thought, but if we want different, it's fine.
now you can
We're like
can
the
work
blue.
it.
We're like the blue angelfish.
There you go.
I will make everybody the same
And how much
size.
time will we have before Morgar, which is super important.
Yeah,
so how
2
much time
hours.
did we calculate before Morgar gets back?
2 hours.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Not a
So
lot.
please make yourself. Please help me here. Please make yourself the right size. 1 tile, of course. Tommy is 4 tiles. Marsha is 1 tile. I'll put the mummies in, and they would be like at this range, okay? But there's no ship here or anything, but still. Okay, so about this size is this. You can still see, but also shows that it's 1 tile. Small, like this. And I'll look up a mummy.
Mummies are so bad. So bad. 9 kinds of bad.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Aura of Life.
Ooh, what does that do?
30-foot radius. It moves with me, centered on me, and each non-hostile creature in the aura, including myself, we get resistance to necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum cannot be reduced. In addition, a non-hostile living creature will regain 1 hit point if it starts its turn in the aura with 0. So.
Please keep all the stats in mind, and also don't forget Hero's Feast.
So the important thing is anybody who's going to stay within 30 feet of me. So I'm thinking like Ko, Rex, I'm imagining you're going to stay at range. Tommy, I don't know if you're...
I'm gonna stay at short range, yeah.
But so if you're within 30 feet of me, you'll have resistance to necrotic damage.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Very good.
Seems important when we're fighting undead.
Exactly. How long does this last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Alright, I have this beautiful mummy here, and I'll immediately make 4 of it. Because we're so high level here. And Tommy, don't be shy, your character is this big.
oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
And alright, let's add the initiatives very quickly.
Ooh.
So I'm going to select everyone because that's how it's done. I hope I selected Mare as well. And all the little mummies and Marsha, and say... Oh no, that's not how you did it. You have to right click everyone. Oh.
Okay, I'm doing Lars.
I need to see if I can do it in mass. En mass. Add to initiative. Yeah, I can, but I missed her. Who's missing? Everybody's there. So...
Oh, 23, right?
Oh, its name is Download? That's not really good. How do I rename it? Oh
Mira?
my god.
What did I do?
Initiative?
I will just remove...
16.
I will just remove these babies and add them as mummies.
They are 13, 12, right?
Wait, I just deleted them. I don't like
Marcia's 13, right?
this.
And Rex?
20.
20. Okay.
One sec. I need to name it Mummy.
How
so
close can we be?
For me?
No, I'm saying like where you put us on this map. Is that where we are, or
You are on the map already.
right?
Yeah,
and
but is this our placement? Is what she's saying.
Oh no, you can place it whatever way you like. I'm just trying to put Marcia and the mummies up where they were, so like in a circle around Marcia, in this fashion, and then I'm adding them to. Yeah, you can come closer or what else. Add them to initiative, and their initiative was 12, right?
Yeah.
I can't edit it, please. Help me there, thanks. And this is our setup.
So Ko starts the setup.
So, we have a bit more time before government shuts down. So I would say we try a first round and see what happens. So first it's Ko.
Excellent. That's what I was going to say. I was trying to copy and paste to do echoes. I'm not able to, or I don't know how.
Okay, I will help you there, and I also add all of you to HP tracker because that needs to be done separate.
Excellent. And then,
are they already added to HP tracker?
With what you were saying with initiative, we're close enough that we're in range to attack, not
or move and attack, right?
There are your echoes there, right?
Excellent.
So let's put some sort of a marker so we don't miss. I have no idea how to do that. I put an E under them, echo, or I just write echo. Echo. With this double echo, like this, echo. Right?
Excellent. Well, then my plan was echo. Was to advance.
Oh.
Okay. John's out.
Oh,
he's back.
I heard an echo.
echo, Roger.
Roger.
So yeah, he advance in and attack. Boom. Are we good?
We're good.
Good. So I'll start. Just to clarify, so we were in a turn we can get to them range, right?
Yeah, you move and take your actions. So
Okay.
You can be further away, like Rexes or Fromars. My only last problem here is I don't see the HP tracker for some reason, and that's very strange.
Because there's a GM's Grimoire thingy.
Oh, there is a GM's Grimoire which is an HP tracker.
I think so, maybe not.
And then I have to add to GM's, add to Grimoire. Oh my god. Okay, we add everyone to Grimoire.
And what does that do?
It tracks your HP.
Does it?
Also makes coffee.
Oh, that's nice.
Everybody's been added. Wow.
Oh.
Populated.
Look at us.
Hey, Joe.
Yes,
John.
ma'am.
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Co, can
Yes.
you? Do you have enough movement that you can go right here?
Well, that's an echo, so they just have to be 30 feet from me. So I would think so. 5, 10, 15. Yeah. Are
Okay,
you wanting
so
to
go
both?
right there. Yeah, I want a position for flanking,
Yeah.
and I don't want to have to put Mayra between two enemies. So
Yeah.
if we can do that.
Well,
But
and
don't forget that the echoes are very fragile. So
yeah, well, I'm not worried about the fragility, but just to make sure, so we are allowing them to give flanking ability or not?
of course,
we have in the
flanking is fun.
Flanking is fun. Excellent.
Flanking is fun.
It is fun. It's on my t-shirt.
And,
Flanking is fun.
I went back over all the Echo rules last night, and the other one is with actions, sir. With the way we do actions and attacks, if I do my action to attack, that means all three attack. It's not each individual attack, right? That doesn't make sense.
No, well, you can split up your move between attacks.
Okay.
If that's what you're asking.
Yes, I think that'll give enough. So we'll. Yes, sir.
Your echo you can resummon it immediately, or is it like a multiple use type of thing?
So with a bonus action, I can summon 2 every round. If there are more than 2 on the field at the end of my turn, only 2 will remain. So if somehow I pop 3, their abilities are tied to my Constitution modifier.
Let's do this. Let's see the first hits, and then we'll.
And then since we're in water and I've got the longsword, that's disadvantage unless I put an echo behind, right?
Yeah, because piercing. But
so then,
maybe that's just me.
Knowing that, then Ko would go ahead and put an echo.
That's good because then I can do my line.
You can do your line that way. Excellent. So then it would be a normal roll. We'll go ahead and unleash 3.
If you're within 30 feet of me, I have an aura of liberation. So as long as you're within 30 feet of me, your attacks don't have disadvantage regardless of
what a combo. Go ahead with the advantages.
Advantage. That's good because that was
terrible. While you are rolling and calculating, I tell you I look up the
AC is 11.
11. Right?
Okay, so that's 1 hit.
So while you are doing this, I tell you how even that hits. And even that.
And then why am I not rolling doubles? Okay, and then so 2 hits out of 3.
Remember, you have inspiration.
What? What's your attack?
Plus 10.
10. It's 11. These AC 11.
Oh, you said 11. I don't know why I thought 13.
All of them hit. Just
math hard.
Math hard.
Hit them all.
Just
okay.
Please make sure that you know that you have a lot of fights in this whole
and more
city.
guards coming. Yes.
And more guards coming. So don't overdo your action session. Also, one other thing, but it's your call. Maybe you want to finish very quickly with these. But also, I would like to describe what happens as you are calculating all your damage and giving me one single number at the end, please.
Yes, sir.
And what happens is that you swoop in next to Mara, and you can, as you enter her aura of liberation, you can move so freely that it's like you're in air, and you can strike beautifully, and then you pop you summon your echoes, your grandfather and your grandfather's brother, both of them you know by name, of course. Even you've been sitting on the lap of one of them when you were a child, and you summon them behind 2 of these mummies who just turn around slowly, and then one is you take one of the mummies in between of you flanking, and then you go absolutely cheap chop on them. On this
43.
one, how much?
43.
43 points of damage. This one from 40, I will make a note once. I just want to see the age of. Oh, wait. It's not easy for me. I need to. Because I need to put in their HP.
43. It's already in there.
Oh, you did. All right, thanks for the help. So you cut through its body with the first thrust. This is the crystal sword, right? The mummies are vulnerable to fire, by the way. We're underwater, so that's not easy. But you cut through it like butter, right? You hit it easy. It's slow. It has no really hardness to its body, no density there. And you thrust your sword into it. You chop at one of its legs, which almost falls off. And with the same movement, the third hit goes through the head, which cuts through the lower and upper jaw and through the face, basically. All these wrappings, they get loose as you cut it through like a ribbon or like present, and whoop, they start to float away. You can see its rotting face in front of you, and it's just some blackish goo comes out of it, but it's almost done, right? It had tilts, and it's almost, you can, with the next hit, you can probably cut its head off. And with this vision, this image, I would like to end today's session, and we will be in the middle of the fight for the next session. Unless maybe Mara can cast her spell, because that's so quick. You cast the spell, right? Which gives you the necrotic.
I cast the spell before we went in.
Oh, you did. So what? Oh, okay. What? You're next.
No, I think
Rax
Rax is next.
Rax is
Get ready for some warlock action.
You want to do it now?
No.
No, that's no. I'm just because April has to go, and I just don't want to wrap it up so quickly.
He's
so
just gonna press
we will continue from here, and I would like to ask if you have any feedbacks to give or thoughts on all of this, how you feel about all of this, and I'm really excited to run a fight again. It's so rare, and I love it, the tactical combat part.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to fight some stuff,
ready to do it,
and then fight some more stuff. I'm very excited.
I have everything written down, so all my calculations are ready to go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Very
for your preparedness.
What do you call it when your muscles are atrophied, or
Right.
That's what I feel.
Lost a lot of mass over the last. Yeah. I will say there is it has been so long since we've rolled some dice, or we've been specifically in combat.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that you threw out the reminder, hey, be careful not to burn everything on this fight, because I know for me, I was like, Hex, Swift Quiver, Oathbow, and they were like
Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark. Marcia is gonna get the brunt of so much combat.
Yeah, the frustration that has built up,
It's just
vented on
this
her.
blinding ball of light in this cave. And they're like, all right, guys, we are spent.
Yeah, short rest.
Short rest.
Please. 2 hours, you said, before it returns? And yes, it is 2 hours. And we will see it in the next session. Anything to add?
Looking forward to it.
April, John, Tony?
No, big reminder though that this is the round one of several rounds. And I want that action surge so bad, but no, Morgard needs that.
I will come for your exercise.
Short rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You need a little bit.
We got time. We'll
time.
do one of the CL
Perfect.
poems. We'll have some tea.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Well, we will see how much tea you can consume until Morgar returns in our next session. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for joining us today, April, Joe, John, and Tommy. Don't forget that April and Joe have their own channel called Twice the Dice, where they're playing Crown of the Oathbreaker. And please don't forget to visit our site, elderbrand.com, if you're interested in Torrents the Spellhoarder, Crown of the Oathbreaker, or our upcoming adventure, Scepter of the Lightbringer, which we will launch the Kickstarter for on the 4th of April. First revelation. The Kickstarter trade is coming. Please also like and subscribe. Join us next time. It's gonna be several sessions of underwater combat against a Kraken Arch Necromancer and its minions. So see you soon, and thank you so much. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.